ده اوجست انترناشونال. اوكي، قول لي كده لو في اول 10 اسئله في سيكشن 3 لو عندك فيهم مشكله.
question 3 مستر.
اوكي طيب question 3 بيسأل على تراينجل عشان يبقوا similar. عشان لو عندي two angle في triangle, if I have two angle in a triangle equal another two angle in a triangle, so the two triangles will be similar. صح؟ Already he gave me angle واحدة, one angle. So I will choose the choice that says that another angle equal from this triangle equal another angle in this triangle اللي هو B. راجع بقى ايه, should revise the cases of similarity. خلي كده عندك ورق وشوفي امتى, أو I will send it in the group as well, the cases of similarity. One of the cases that two angles equal to angles. If I have two angle equal to angle, so triangle to be similar. لو عندي two angle equal to angle, two triangle similar. هو اداني واحدة equal واحد, انا هاخد التانية equal التانية, يعني واحد, اي واحدة وخلاص. any other two angles are equal.
مستر،
مم.
ممكن يا مستر تبعت الأجوبة عشان لو جبنا أي حاجة غلط ممكن نسأل حضرتك فيها.
عيوني. طيب خليني I will send the answers now يا شباب for that test now in the group. Just 1 minute. I will send the answer in details.
مستر،
يا حبيبي,
بس انا حليته، بس يعني ما عرفتش ارسل لك 50 صورة ولا ارسل لك بس الاجوبة.
انت ممكن تعمل سكان البي دي اف او ترسل 50 صورة. ده في ناس ارسلت لي فيديو اصلا.
لا خلاص تصفيني مستر.
ماشي, هصدقك انك مش
والله
عاجبني.
يصلح حاله، والله حاله.
مش عاجبني الفترة دي, بس هصدقك. ماشي. Now I'm sending the details, the detailed answer. So open it front of you also. Tell me what you have in the first 10 questions. What after question 3?
question 7.
Question
Mr. Question number 5.
question 5. Okay, question 5. Which expression is this? I multiply. This bracket means multiply. A will multiply only with A. So A times A is squared. But B will remain the same and C will remain the same. When I multiply only. يعني if I told you 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Do you think that I multiply 2 by 3 and 2 by 4 and 2 by 5? No. Just multiply, for example, 2 by 3, 6. Then, for example, 4 times 5, any numbers. 4 times 5, 20. Then 6 times 20. And that's what happened. A multiplied A multiplied by any one of them. So A multiplied by A. I can only multiply A with A to add the power. That's it. يعني B square and C will remain the same.
مستر عندي سؤال.
مم.
مستر مش انت 11 قلت لنا ما نحلوش اللي هو الحاجات اللي شبه 11؟
هنوصل 11 بس قول لي in the first 10.
لا.
Somebody say 7 or طيب. Question 7, f of 0. F of 0 means y0, means x-intercept. So how many x-intercept you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here y0 means x-intercept. It has 4 x-intercept. يا شباب, the first 10. Which in 8, you know n over out, right? So that's n, 5 is n, and out is 6. Question 8.
Okay, Mr. Question 10.
Question 10.
9.
9. طيب. 9, he give me exponential function, and he says that based on the model, how many hours does it take the number of bacteria to be doubled? Now, it's doubled every 4 hours because it's divided by 4. You divide by 4. So every 4 hours, right? It's doubled every 4 hours. And if it is x only, means every hour it's doubled. If it is x over 4, so every 4 hours doubled. If it is 4x, so it's every quarter hours, every 15 minutes. This is every 4 hours will doubled one time. But here 4 times in 1 hour means that's every quarter hour. Question 10. He said the historian estimate that during the post 20 battery, the total of this number bound over T. طيب. He says 100, he give me equation. He give me an equation and he give me the number. The equation is the pen is not working. Okay. He give me the equation for 100 x plus 100 and he give me that value, which is small boxes of t, and that's the number of y. But I'll put it here, the number of y equal 90,000. Then solve that to get the value of x. Bas.
11 يا مستر.
Okay, 11, don't solve any question with I. خلاص. I is not in the digital part. خلاص. Cancelled. طب يا شباب up to 15.
13.
13.
مستر أنا معايا
15.
Question number 14.
Okay.
equation اللي هو
15.
Okay.
b squared
بالظبط. That as we did before, it's the quadratic formula. We did, شباب, you have to check, resolve your doubts. That's only last week. The same question exactly last week. Negative b, positive or negative, square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. How I know? Because it's a look like the quadratic exactly. So only I need what is below the root. Or do it all, no problem. خلاص, here negative 5, positive or negative, square root. Here 2a. So I'm safe now. Here negative 5, yes, negative 5 as he want. Here 4, sorry, here 3. So 6 as he want. So need only the discriminant. You need only what is inside the root, only, which is b square, yani 5 square, minus 4, a, c. Let's just calculate this. What is inside the root only, you get 109. Type. Any problem in 12? 12. Type. You said 13. How many solution? Don't solve. I know if m is the same, again, I will summarize here that part. Hey, the equation is written like that. The equation is written like this. If the slope is the same and the y-intercept the same, means it is the same equation exactly. So infinity solution. Because it's the same equation. M is the same and B is the same. So it's the same equation. So the intersecting in infinity point. They are the same line. But if M the same, but B are different, not the same, y-intercept is different, so they are parallel. Because not intersecting. They have different y-intercept, but they have the same slope. But if the slope is different, خلاص when the slope is different they are intersecting. Don't look to B in this case. خلاص they are intersecting, so one solution. Here no solution. Let's see here. If I expand, it will be 2x plus 6. Here, if I simplified, 2x plus 6, the same equation. So infinitely many solution. But it's the same. يعني the first line will be like that. Imagine that the first line and the second line will be exactly the same. So how many points they intersect? Infinitely. So infinitely many solution. 15 is saying that you need the maximum. Maximum in quadratic, I know. The maximum is the vertex, right? Maximum or minimum, the word maximum or the word minimum, both mean the vertex. How it's come? If it's looking down like our function here, it's called the maximum. If it's looking up, it will call minimum, but both are the vertex. You know, here this function will go right 3 and up 5. So right 3 and up 5. Type. I will choose 3 or 5. He's asking for what? For y or x. Ask maximum value of the function. So means of y. So I would choose 5. But if he said the x coordinate or the x value, خلاص I would choose 3. So take care about this point. You should read carefully. Did he ask about y? So write y. 5 here. If you ask about x coordinate, x value of the maximum, if you said x, choose x. If you said y or f or the function, maybe you write it in English. Maybe write it the function. So you need y. The function means y, which is 5. يا شباب up to 20.
18 يا مستر.
Hmm?
18.
18. طيب
19 يا مستر.
okay. طيب 18 you can make them equal. يعني you have two choices بقى to do it by calculator or without. With our calculator, y equal, so make it like the third x minus 7 equal negative x plus 9 and solve it. It's not that hard. And if somebody want to use the calculator, he need to rearrange it in this way. But I think it's easy to do it by like this. But if you rearrange it, you'll make it like this. Negative third x plus y equal negative 7. Here x plus y equal 9, then do it in the calculator. What I did to rearrange it, I bring x here. Because the calculator not understand any other format. The calculator need that format calculator to solve it. But actually it doesn't need يعني. Right. 19, it's equation of circle. 19 means you didn't study. صح؟ صح مصطفى ولا ايه؟ You need k means the center. Need y only of the center. I give you rules to find the center. Negative a over 2 or negative b over 2. Need only k. K means the value of y. So negative b over 2 only. What's b? The coefficient of y. I have it here negative 6. So here I have negative again. So it's 6 over 2 is 3. Again, I give you equation to find the center, a rule to find the center, and rule to find the radius. So, so to find the center is negative a over 2, negative b over 2. You need the entire center, Mustafa. You need x and y? لا. You need y only. K only. So you need this one only. You need negative b over 2. Where is b? B the coefficient of y. Negative 6. So negative, so it's positive. The answer is 3.
اوكي يا مستر فهمت.
طيب 20, as I told you, we didn't do it, but we solve it.
بس يا مستر الفورمولا بتاع السنتر دي على فكرة أنا ما كتبتهاش قبل كده،
ازاي يعني؟ ازاي؟
مش موجودة عندي.
ازاي؟ ما ينفعش. اكيد لا. اكيد لا. اكيد لا. في الدرس بتاع السيركل. طيب to solve this you'll do 20 minus x equal 40. 20 minus x equal negative 40. I will solve both and need only the positive solution only. So positive solution will come from here. From here. Bring x here and negative 40 there. So x equal 20 plus 40, x equals 16. Only the positive solution. Yes. I will not continue here. Why? Because you need only the positive solution. طيب section 4. ولو انت مصطفى if you didn't write it please يعني tell me when I come back because you have to copy it from someone or I write it for you or I will tell you يعني because there is rule to find the center and rule to find the radius and both together in the same lesson. Actually, I have section 4, first 5 questions. Section 4, first 10 questions.
Mr. Question number 6.
Question number 6. Question 6. Is my voice is clear to you?
Not 6, 8, I mean, sorry.
Sorry? What number?
Question number 8, not 6. Sorry, I mixed them up.
Okay. طب is my voice clear to you يا شباب?
Yes.
Okay, because your voice is not all of you.
Yes.
So there's a problem in the internet or my laptop that your voice, all of you, is like digital voice. طيب question
Mister, you can leave and come back.
for me, you mean?
Yes.
طيب let's finish this test. Then I'll leave, I'll come back. I'll give you rest after this test. طيب here, coach Etienne, give me a table. So I will check which which graph is going with the table. I know it's like يعني something you have to check every graph, but thanks God that the first graph was the right one. How? Negative 2, x negative 2, y 0. It can be this one. Oh, yes, it can be this one. It can be negative 2 and 0. Negative 1 and 3. Is it reasonable to be negative 1 here and that's 3? Let me zoom in. The first point again, negative 2x and y 0. It can be negative 1 and 0, yes. طب the next point, negative 1 and 3, yes, it can be negative 1 and 3. But see here, for example, in part B, it cannot be negative 1 and 3. Negative 2 and 0, it can be. In part B, it can be. In part B, first point, okay, but second point doesn't work, right? Second point, which is negative 1 and 3, does work here. But work is there, negative 1 and 3, reasonable. 0 and 0, yes, 0 and 0 here. 1, negative 3, yes, 1 and negative 3. 2 and 0, yes, it can be. So that's the right answer. All the point not fit the other graphs. Will fit only this graph only. Ajab, the first 10 questions.
Mister, can you solve 6 and 7, please?
Okay, sure. He's saying to me how many 6-month-old mice that were fed with oil finished the maze. So it depends on something else for sure, yeah. For a previous question. Oh, here.
مستر انا 7 حليته بس مش عارف الاجابه بتاعتي صح ليه يعني
Okay.
ليه صح
Okay. Here, based on this graph, I will use this graph. Asking how many 6-month-old mice will finish the oil, the maze. طيب. Feed oil is the gray, right? Feed oil is the gray. So how many here 6-month-old mice in the gray bar? 6-month-old, the first bar here. How many? They are 60. Okay. The question says again, how many? So supposed to be 60. طب I don't have 60. but that is not actual number, right? That was like an experiment. It's like he conduct experiment in a sample. So I cannot say 60. 60 is a sample. It's 60 out of how many mice? All of them, how many mice? 60 out of,
20.
no, 60 out of how many?
20.
No, 20 is the sample. Okay. طيب, read the question again because maybe you didn't understand the question. Read this part again. Read this whole part again. Read this.
Mister, is it 60 out of 80 mice?
That's not 60 out of 80. Read. Take your time to read. Each group consists of 20.
It's 40.
No, 60 not out of 40. The answer, no. He's saying that he's conducting experiment to feeding mice with oil and check the effect of the mice finishing a meal. The mice was randomly assigned to one of the two groups. Each consists of 20 mice. Each group is 20. The mice in one group were fed oil as a part of their diet. Inshallah, diet. And the mice in the other group were not fed oil. And he recorded the percentage. That is percentage. 60 is percentage. 60%.
So 60% out of 20, right?
Yes, 60%. The answer of question 6 is 60% of 20 mice. I have 12 mice. Question 7, Mustafa is saying a rectangle area is 40. The width is 3 meter greater. So I have rectangle here.
فوتوشوب اكيد صح؟
Here x and here x plus 3. Area is 40. Area equal 40. Just expand the bracket, x squared plus 3x, and bring 40 with them. So minus 40 equals 0. Mod 5, 3. You'll get two answers. Ignore the negative for sure. Take the positive. But did he need the x or x plus 3? Need x plus 3 because we need the width. Did you get Mustafa?
اه
ممكن question 7 يا مستر.
تاني اهو بص بيقول لي rectangle الويدث اللينث اكس طبعا ده المفروض اللينث يبقى بي بيجر يعني ما يستوعب يعني اللينث اكس والويدث اكس بلس 3 ده width الاريا 40 الاريا of rectangle is length by width equal 40 can you solve the equation طبعا I can solve it expand the bracket x squared plus 3x bring 40 here in the calculator mode 5 3 you'll get two values of x ignore the negative value and take the positive value. Why ignore the negative value? The length cannot be negative, the length. The length cannot be negative. طب did he need the length? He need x? لا. He asked about the width. يبقى the value that you'll get from the calculator, add 3 to that value. ليه add 3? Need the width. The width is x plus 3. And the calculator will give me x. طيب يا شباب 9 10
Question number 9. Why is it not CYD?
طيب the slope of parallel so the same slope so 6 the same slope مش parallel
6.
have the same slope parallel so it's 6 بس parallel have the same slope if it's perpendicular Yes, it's 6 over 1. So perpendicular will be negative 1 over 6. If he says perpendicular. But parallel have the same slope, parallel lines. يا شباب up to 15.
Question number
Question number
11.
11.
13.
Okay. 11 based on this table for sure. In question 11 is asking for which function f gives the total fees in dollar. All the equations are linear, right? Ask which function f gives the total fees in dollar or car surface a in terms of t is the minutes. طيب. I'll go to the table. I'll find the y-intercept and the slope. Where's the table? You need for a. How you can find the slope?
The slope is phi per minute.
Yes. So the initial is already given. So that's b in the equation. The equation mx plus b. That's b. And the slope is phi per minute. That's the slope. بس. خلاص. So I have the
Mister, look
equation
at
now.
the options. None of them have this slope and this y-intercept.
Let me read again.
Look at the options.
Okay. You need for car surface A in terms of t in minute that the ride will take. A function f gives a total fee in dollar. Is it in dollar as well? Yes, it's in dollar. 0.15. طيب. Let me read the question itself. Ms. Cheng will be traveling 30 miles from her home to the airport using one of this car surface. The table shows the fees of the car surface. طيب. خلي بالك this trip is 30 mile. The 30 mile trip would take. It doesn't matter 30 miles, صح؟ take care. Because that's initial fee, okay? Should we multiply by 30?
Why?
Sorry, not initial fee. That one. Fee per mile. That's fee per mile. You need the total. You need the equation to get the total. So fee per mile, not per minute.
Why?
Fee, because she moved 30 miles.
But
Right?
he says in the question, A, in terms of time, in minutes. He did not say if she took 30 minutes. He said in terms of
Right.
time.
Okay, that is the rate. Okay, that's M. For sure,
Yeah.
that's M. But initially, she T is a time in minute the 30-mile trip would take. Here the initial fee 2.75 2.75. I should add it to 30 mile multiply the fee per mile.
But Mister, he did not mention that in the question. How do we know? He did not say.
Because the question says which function f gives the total fee in dollar of car surface A in terms of t in minutes that the ride will take. Take 1 minute, read the story again. Read the entire story again. Read all of this again. To understand what I will say. She will travel 30 miles from her home to the airport using one of the three car service. The table shows all the fees the car service A and B charge per ride. That the total. يعني you have to pay per minute and per mile, both. You not pay only per minute. You pay per minute and per mile. يعني the time and the distance. You pay for both. So now she will take the car for 30 miles. Still, per minute, it will be times t. Yeah, still 0, that's the slope. Still, in the equation, it should be 0.15 t plus certain cost for miles. What is certain cost? The initial cost plus the cost per mile multiply number of miles. I know it's stupid equation. Again, again from the beginning. You know, per minute she will pay that. Okay? So that's 0.15 t per minute. خلاص, that's per minute. Plus, there is another fees. Initial, paid without using the car even, plus fees per miles. And I have already the miles, already 30 miles. So the initial is how much? That's the initial. 2.75 per mile, that's per mile. 0.85 multiply by how many miles? 30. بس
But
that's the
Mr.
equation.
Isn't 30 miles for car service C?
لا, it's for all the trip, for any of the 2 trips. Any one of them, she want to rent the car for 30 miles from her home to airport using one of the 3 cars, A or B or C. So any of them, she will use any one of them for 30 miles. 30 miles multiply the fees per mile here. Plus the initial. Initial, it's like يعني for nothing. Okay? And here per minute. That was so tricky and even يعني not clear equation of straight line. The answer will be C. C. Go back and solve it again and discuss with me again. طيب. As I told you, the box and whisker or the box plot, the median is this number, the median. بس 27. يا شباب, up to 15. Up to question 15.
Question number 17.
17. طيب 17, it's clear. We ask about أكيد the mean. I need to calculate the mean. صح? I cannot decide about the mean. I thought that you will ask about some deviation. لا, ask about. انت بتكلم مين يا حبيبي؟ طيب.
All chances are us.
يا سيف, اقفل المايك يا سيف. طيب, the mean, how to find the mean for set A? 0 plus 1 times 2. Do you get from where I got this number? 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 3 plus 4 times 2 plus 5 times 1 or 5. Divided their number. Count back how many dots. And do the same with B. That's it. Did you get the way?
Yes.
طيب. Next يا شباب. Up to 20.
Question number 21.
Mr. Question number 19.
19. طيب. If I bring the sign to the other side, so now sine equal cosine, right? Cosine B equals sine C. So what do you know about B and C now?
They add up to 90.
They add up to 90. One of them is 40. The second should be 50. Again يا شباب, if I bring the sign to other side, now I have cosine B equals sine C يا مصطفى. So what do you know now about them? Sine equal cosine. So their sum is 90. B and C, the sum is 90. One of them is 40, the second is 50. One 40, second 50. So sum Should be 90.
Mistake is 21.
21.
21. طيب. In 21, I will do it in a smart way that I know that will not come to your mind, not because you're not smart, but it's because a new way. What is that way? Here it's difference between two squares, right? You know, when I just saw the question, I was planning to solve it as usual, to make y the subject and substitute, but I found that he need 3x plus y. And he gave me the other equation 3x minus y. And that is difference between two squares. So that equation, I can write it like 3x plus y, 3x minus y equal 119. Again يا شباب, when I just look to the equation for the first moment, I was planning to make y the subject and substitute and get the value of y, then substitute to get the value of x, simultaneous equation. But when I found that he gave me 3x minus y, you need 3x plus y, there is a kind of relation. And that is difference between two squares. So I not solve it by this way. I'll factorize difference between two squares. What is the rule of difference between squares? A square minus b square, a minus b, a plus b. That is the rule. Type. I factorized خلاص. What I will do, I have already given the value of 3x minus y, right? It's given here already. So I can remove this bracket and put 17. And this bracket the same. Can now find the value of 3x plus y. Can you find the value of this bracket now? You need the value of this bracket. You need 3x plus y. Can you find it? It's multiplied by 17 here. Here it's multiplication. So just I will divide it. That's it. طب if somebody solve it by any simultaneous equation, he'll get it right. But it will take long time. يعني he will make y the subject, substitute in the other equation to get the value of y, بعدين solve again. It will take time. طبعا with Desmos, you can graph both in Desmos, find the value of x and y, the intersection of the two equations, substitute them here. But you need to get this information, this skill. That's what I did now. The same way, now you need to know it, يعني, because it's a new way. You didn't think about this way before. يعني. Tell me if it's not clear.
It's clear. Mr. Question number 22. Why can't I use rise over run?
I can use rise over run.
But I got a different answer.
طب where you put rise over run?
I got it as 2 over 3.
How much?
2 over 3 when I did rise over run.
لا, not 2 over 3. If I did rise over run, I will do it, for example, like this, because I need exact squares, right? Here it is 100, not 2, here 100. From 200 to 100, it's 100. And here it is 5,000. How? From 4,000 to 9,000. So 100 over 5,000. That's rise over run. Or you can use the slope, y minus y over x minus x. Give you the same number. Maybe you didn't count it as 5,000, صح?
Yeah.
You count the squares only. No count the
Yes.
squares. Because actually, Zena, it is different in y. Different in y is 100. Over different in x, 5,000. Because here 4,000 and here 9,000. That the difference in x, 5,000. Difference is y. I have here 200 and here 100. Difference here is 100.
Okay.
يا شباب up to 25.
Mr. Question number 24.
24. يعني everyone solve 23.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
لا وانا بس كنت عايز اعرف هي ليه بي.
ماشي. 23. He give me that circle that's a diameter, and he say that this arc is congruent to this arc. And it's two arcs are congruent. Because it's two arcs are congruent, these two angles are congruent يعني also. طيب, this is 40, right? I know half the circle is 180. So 180 minus 40 divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Because he told me that these arcs are congruent. So they are equal. It gave me 70. So this arc is 70. This arc is 70. طب what the relation between the arc and the required angle? This angle is half. تاني, do you remember? The central angle, the measure of the central angle is the same, the measure of arc. But this inscribed angle is half. How? Again, if I have a circle, if this central angle is 70, the measure of arc is 70. But the central angle will be half, 35. This is double, and they are the same here. So I have the 70, so the angle BAC is 35, half. Question 24, asking about the median. طب how many value here يا رميسة in set A? They are how many?
3.
لا, 4 plus 3 plus 4, 9.
7, 9. 9.
So 9 divided 2 is 4.5. So the fifth, the median is the fifth.
Isn't it 11?
لا, 4 plus, sorry, 11 معلش. 11. 4 plus 3 plus 4, they are 11. So 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So the sixth, the median is the sixth. I will add from up. 4 plus 3, 7.
7.
Now I passed the 6. That's the median. So here's the median. Median is 7. I'll do the same for set B. They're also 11. So also the 6. I will add 4 plus 3 is 7. I passed the median. I passed the 6. So that is the median. Median is 9. Please redo all mistakes.
So, Mr., we don't consider the values. We consider the
I'm not
frequency.
consider the frequency when I'm counting. Frequency is the number of people, the repetition. Frequency is the number of people. You got the same mark as Rimas, as Zena, so you are 3. Now got the same mark, the same value. You got the same value. You are frequency, number of people. I'm counting the number of people. The order is the order of the people. But the result, the median, the value, the shoe size, the mark, the height, the age, the score. And please redo. You are now in 2 weeks you solved like 150 questions maybe in these 2 weeks. Imagine that you have 50 mistake, and you solve them again, you fix them again. So you have an improvement. If you solve it 150 now in 2 weeks, you solved like 150 questions. Suppose يعني if you solved all of them. You have 50 question wrong, 70 question wrong. For sure, if you fix them again, you will show improvement. Or otherwise, you have now feedback back. If you are not resolve your doubts again, so you are getting an idea about SAT. Yani you have an idea and you have an experience in SAT, but you're not trained enough. Like somebody is playing PlayStation and not playing in the real football.
Mister, can you solve 25?
Okay. 25 decimus. Or it is the shading is more than the is above the line. The shading above the line, right or not? Shading is above or below. If it's below, it will be like this. If it's below. But the shading here is above the line. So I will choose y more than. I have two equations with y more than. But one was y-intercept -5 and one with -3. Mine is y-intercept -3. So خلاص. I'll choose this. And Dismos is easy also to do. How to do Dismos? Do all the choices in Dismos. It will be shaded like this. Yes, it will be shaded like this. Try it in Dismos.
Mister, what do you mean by why more than?
Because the shading is above the line. Here the line, here the shading above. So choose the inequality which has y more than. Y more than. Y more than.
Okay.
But if the shading is below the line like this, under the line, so choose the inequality which has y less than. And to be so safe, Desmos will graph it for you. طيب 26 for sure يعني. 26
Yes.
because we didn't do something like this. طب I will leave it for now, but I'll submit quickly. But we will do this lesson when I come back inshallah. I want to make common denominator, so I will factorize. I prefer to leave it. Leave it because we need to train we need to solve at least 40 questions in this kind. Actually, up to 30. Up to
28.
Mr. 29.
29 and 20.
29. What is margin of error?
Okay. Here he said no real solution as of 28 and 29. No real solution, so discriminant less than 0. Or be smart, put the answers, try the answers, put the calculator, and check which answer give you math error in the calculator. Or discriminant, b square, -5 square, b is -5. So 25 minus 4, a is 1, c is 5k. Solve this inequality. Type 29. Everyone should read. Researchers selected at random a sample of 25 3-year-old children, 25, for study on child development. Each child was given the same 8 puzzle to complete without help. The researcher reported that the mean time it took a child to complete the puzzle was 7 minutes with an associated margin error type. What do you mean margin error? When we are making a research, there is a way to calculate the margin error, but no need to know it in SAT. Need to understand the meaning only. If you got a result, for example, 60% of the student like SAT, or like math. 60% like math. But we have margin error 2%. So my result, my accurate result should be 60% plus or minus 2%. Means 60 plus 2 is 62%. 60 minus 2 is 58%. So my result will be in this interval between 58%, the real result, the accurate result, will be from 58% to 62%. Again, we did a survey how many minutes you need to finish your homework, and we calculate the average of certain students. Yeah, we got that the students, the average of students, they are finishing the homework in 40 minutes, but we have margin error 5 minutes. So the actual result should be plus or minus the margin error. So it will be 45 and minus will be 35. So in between, to be in between these two values from 35 to 45, because I have certain error 5%. How to calculate it? Nobody will ask you, even in the school. Nobody will ask you how to calculate it. طيب. So here he told me that they are taking 7 minutes with 1 minute margin error. So it should be 7 plus or minus 1. Should be 8, 6 to 8. طيب. Let me read the choices. The choices, the margin error with the mean time for the new sample will be less than 1. Why? Why the new sample will change? Why? Here he choose 25.
Because there's 50 kids.
Yes. He increased the number of the sample, so the error will be less. Okay. Why there is error? Why there is margin error? Because I'm selecting a small sample. When you increase the sample, the error will be less. Imagine that I want to survey the people in Khobar. If I choose only 100 person, the margin error will be high. But imagine that if I choose the whole people in the Khobar, margin error will be 0. I choose everyone. It's not practical for sure. Again, if I have school, like Orbit, for example, I want to survey them about something. If I choose only 5 students in a school, margin error will be so high. It will not be valid research or valid result. But if I choose, for example, 700 students, 1,000 students, margin error will be so less. See, because he increased the number of students, so the margin error should be less. That's it. But that's the meaning of margin error, because sometimes he will ask you about that. يعني. طيب, last questions. What are your
Mr. Question 32.
32?
32.
طيب. You need the value of W. طب, if you add the two equations, T will be cancelled or not? T will be cancelled. And here 2W plus 3W, 5W. 3 plus 5 is 8. So that's the value of W. بس. So you see, question in the last group, but it's so easy. Even that, even 34, bring 5 here, right? Bring 5 here, so it's 21. Then divided by 3. That's it. I got x plus 4 خلاص. I got x plus 4. Just bring 5 here, and then divide by 3. Sorry, it's negative 3. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Okay. So 2 over 5. يا شباب, what else in the last questions? Huh?
37.
Which?
37.
37. 37, he is asking about the length of the segment BC can be represented as K tan B, tan A, tan A. طب what's the problem with tan A? طب let's me find tan A first. What's tan A? Tan is opposite over adjacent, right? So it's 8 over 6. طيب, what is the problem بقى with BC? BC is the opposite already, right? BC is the opposite. Yeah, I can write it as BC over 6 tan A is BC over 6, right? Is it right or not what I wrote now here? Tan A is opposite, that's opposite, and that's adjacent. صح؟ طيب we need
Yeah.
BC the subject. So cross multiply. BC equals 6 tan A. That's the value of K. That's K equals 6. You need to represent BC as K tan A. BC A. BC K tan A. That's it. 38 for sure.
Mr. 38.
38. Okay. 38, I will translate to math. Y percent of X is 6X. Again, Y percent of X is 6X. They need what? The value of Y. X will be cancelled with X. So now I have Y over 100 equals 6. Cross multiply. So Y equals 600. You will take a rest for 10 minutes. So the video, I cannot start another lesson, another session till the previous video will be done.